Hey everyone, Dave Gandarillas here. It's December 30th, Saturday around noontime. Wanted to put a video together for you guys today. It's going to be a little different than normal. I'm not going to focus on so much of reviewing the opportunities I have as opposed to just kind of talking freely with you guys. Before we get started though, I do want to make sure you guys are aware I'm on various social media sites. Facebook, Twitter, FutureNet. They're all different ways that you get in touch with me. If you want to connect with me, send me a friend request, send me a message. Let me know what you're up to. If you're brand new, your profile might not reflect the business atmosphere, or you may not have put yourself some branding together yet. So just send me a quick little note so I know who you are and what your interests are, and that you're serious about business and building an online presence, furthering yourself personally, professionally, financially. All those kind of things are important. Those are the kind of people I'm looking to network with, positive people. So actually, my focus today is going to talk to you about your attitude and positivity, and how that's going to impact you in a great way throughout your life. But before we do that, just real quick, if you want to find out what I'm up to, you can either click on the link directly in the video description to my profile, or if you're on if you're a friend of mine or you find me on Facebook, you could always click on my banner here and just click on this shortened link that I have here, and it'll take you to my page. So I'm not going to go over the details of each one of these. If you've been following me, you know already that I have a list of items here. Each of these items has a description of what it's about. I have a link, a YouTube video link embedded in here where you can come and you can watch an hour-long, very detailed procedure on how to get started, talk about what the opportunity is about, how you can earn money. Like for example, TCC. There's 6 different ways to earn, and I go through each one of these and I kind of show you. Actually, now I don't know what the price right now would be. Let's see what 2,300, and let's see what's happening here. Let's see, 2391. Let's see what that is. 2391. This is how you could always find out what BTC to the various fiat currencies is valued. So right now, if you're interested to know how much 2391 BTC is in the US dollar, you just do that. So right now, wow, $30 million. So this video that I made regarding making $10 million in the matrix this is outdated. This is 30 million now, based on the increase in price in Bitcoin. So anyway, I go through the details on how you can earn in this video. I probably should redo this video since it's so far outdated in terms of the price of Bitcoin as it is right now. The structure has not changed. There's still 6 ways to earn. Just realize that the Bitcoin price is different than what I talk about in this video if you get here. All right, so anyway, this is my profile, my portfolio. These are the opportunities that I focus on: building teams, building a stream of income in each one of these. Each one of these is providing a stream of income to me that I use to kind of build other things, build my portfolio of cryptocurrencies. All the different things that I do online is being fed by these income streams that are coming in from each one of these. So start off slow. Don't worry about going crazy and, signing up for 10 different things. If you're brand new, you got to get good at one. Get to the point where you're earning some money in one, and then start using that extra money that you're earning as commissions or fees by building a team to generate another to put into another income opportunity and build that stream. All right, so I guess the focus on today's video is more about attitude, right? If you think about it, if you look at all the successful people that are out there, how many of them are negative? How many of them are, hating the world, just talking negative. None of them, right? None of them have enough time to focus on the negative. They're worried about pushing forward and focusing on the positive. So there's always going to be negative things in your life, and you got to do your best to get rid of the different things that are being negative in your life. For example, I mean, you got to get rid of the negativity. I mean, such as like TV, news, newspapers. Don't focus on the negative. Look at the positive. There's always going to be negative. They're doing scare tactics on you. The news is being swayed in a negative way. Nothing good on news is positive. I mean, during Christmas, you may hear some positive stories on the news, but for the most part, doom and gloom. This is happening. That's happening. And you don't want to do that. You gotta get out of the negativity. You focus on the problem and not the solution, right? You got to focus on the solution. There's always going to be something that comes up that, that's going to be bad for you. That, life isn't fair, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And, those that, don't focus on that, do the best, right? All right, so a couple things that I want to talk to you about is ways to be positive, right? I mean, think about this. In your given day, when you go out and you go to work or whatever you're doing, take a step back and realize how many people actually look at you, how many people actually smile at you, and how many people actually go out of their way to do something nice for you. And you'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised how no one does any of that. So a couple of the ways that you can shift your attitude to be more positive is smile at that person, help that older person with their bags to their shopping cart. I mean, do something nice to somebody. Pay it forward, right? I mean, what you give, you get, right? If you come from a position of service and value where you really do care about other people, and you show them that you give a crap about them, and maybe you can't force them to do something they're not ready to do, but if they are ready, you're here and available to them to guide them in the right direction. They'll notice that. People are smart. So don't think of problems as a dead end where, you're done. You have to quit, you have to give up. Think of a problem as an opportunity to succeed, an opportunity to provide something that somebody needs that you can assist them with. For example, okay, I'm not going to get into the specifics of these opportunities, but for a prime example here, CoinMD, right? What this opportunity is doing is it's providing a service and a solution to a major worldwide problem, which is healthcare. How many people do you know that decide not to get that medicine, or don't go to the doctor, or find a cheaper solution to their health, pretty much just basically based on money and affordability, right? They can't afford it, or it costs them a lot, or these people retire, they make a set amount of money when they retire, and you hear the horror stories where they have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on medication. So what CoinMD is doing, for example, in terms of being positive instead of negative, they've noticed that there's a problem, a big problem, right? And they created a solution for that problem, which means that they're offering a cryptocurrency that can appreciate in value, and as healthcare professionals join the network, that coin can be utilized to pay for your medical services, anything holistic, anything related to you living a healthy life. So, like, for example, a gym membership. If you get, there's a gym membership, a gym owner that's on this network, and you decide you want to pay for your gym with CoinMD, that's going to be a possibility. Or you want to go see a chiropractor, and you want to pay with CoinMD, that's going to be a possibility. Or you buy that mountain bike, as the owner kind of gives an example. You want to buy a bicycle that's going to allow you to go out and do some exercising and get healthy because you're exercising. That's going to be a possibility. Thinking outside of that, there's other things. For example, when you join, you actually do get some healthcare products that come as part of the package. Now, needless to say, you're getting coins for fractions of a penny, but it's focusing on, people thinking of problems as a dead end, as I gotta quit, as I gotta whatever. The owner, Tom, and the president, Steve, instead of thinking, looking at this problem and giving up, they created a solution. And anything any opportunity online that's going to do well is going to be a solution-based or service-based opportunity, right? Providing a product and service that's solving a problem that everybody needs. That's it. That's important. So don't think of a problem as a problem. Think of a problem as an opportunity to create a solution for that problem, which in the end, for all of us that are getting involved in this, is going to account for money, right? Because you're going to grow the network, the coin's going to appreciate, you're going to, have a store of wealth, the cryptocurrency is going to go up in value, you're going to have thousands and thousands of these coins based on being involved with this opportunity, and as it goes up, it will appreciate your money instead of degrading your money, right? I mean, just to keep up with inflation, right? They used to say you got to make at least 3% a year in your savings account or in your bank account to just stay with the cost of living. Banks aren't giving you 3% these days. Nothing's giving you 3%. I mean, credit cards are charging you 20%, blah, blah, blah. It's all about debt. They get you in debt, and then they got a stranglehold on you. And this is an opportunity for you to not stay in debt. All right? So, like I said, smile more, see a problem as an opportunity as opposed to a problem. Think about the words you're using in your normal dialogue in life. Your words are important. How you convey things to others are going to build a view of how those other people think of you, right? So, just be open to training. Every day, just focus on something positive as opposed to negative. Honestly, you're not going to want to hear this, but if you have negative people in your life, just find a way to stay away from them, right? I mean, honestly, sitting there and talking about everything that's negative and I'm a victim and this and that, that's not going to help you, right? You're going to be stuck, and all you're going to do is dwell on the negative, and you're not going to be pushing forward, and you're not going to be doing anything to solve the problem, right? Again, statement, live in the solution and not the problem. Another thing is, if you're finding yourself very bored, boredom causes problems, right? So by staying busy and staying active and doing things, going to the gym and doing things, assists you with not having the time to think about the negative, right? I mean, you want to follow some successful people. So, for example, you always want to follow people that have what you're looking for, or are just very positive, just in nature. So, one of the guys that I follow is Eric Worre. Right? So he has a site here called Network. You could just go to Google and search his name. So, more importantly, just write down his name, and you can find him on the internet very easily. He gets a free book. Look, free book now. Go Pro. It basically teaches you the skill sets to become a professional online marketer. So you can see some familiar faces if you know anything. Here's Bob Proctor. Here's Tony Robbins. And he just gives a podcast, a quick little video on a daily basis. Where I got about 30 of these DVDs that I hand out to the leaders on my team. I have this audiobook. So always be a student. Look for things that are gonna add the skill sets that you need. Be a part of positive thinking people. That's one of the things that they push the conferences and the meetings for various opportunities. They want to get all of you guys together, and instead of having those negative people around you, you have all these positive people, and you get inspired. And you know, it's not. I mean, people sometimes you know. I've actually been accused of just thinking irrationally because I'm always positive about things, and you know, it's just like no matter what people say, I always find the best in it, and I always look to utilize. I mean, there's nothing good that's going to come out of being negative, right? So, you know, people sometimes think when you get involved with these network marketing businesses and you have to go to the conferences, it's all a cult and everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. But it's good. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's good for your, you know, thinking, like dreaming and pushing for yourself to get to where you want to get, as opposed to being knocked down by society to just stay where you are and be normal, normal in their eyes. Let's see. The other way you can stay positive is to focus on some goals. You know, set some realistic goals, but also do some stretch goals where, you know, you may not get there, but if you didn't set that high goal, you wouldn't even met the goal that you think you want. Because a lot of people set their goals and they think they know how hard it takes to get to that goal, but it's like Grant Cardone kind of says, it's like 10 times harder than you think to get to where you think you need to get. So if you set your goal 10 times higher, chances are you're going to exceed the expectations of where you wanted to get, and you're going to be doing better than you thought you could do. And then, you know, another way, no matter how bad your life is, think about what you have to be grateful for. There's always someone less better off than you. There's a lot of, you know, don't take for granted what you know. Be willing to give back. Be willing to assist others. Share your knowledge. I mean, this is what I'm doing here. You know, be efficient with your time by making these videos so that you don't have to say this to 1,000 people over and over again. You just put it out there once, and anyone that is interested or searching that term will find your video, and if they're interested, they'll listen and learn what you have to say. Now, everyone's not gonna take everything you say. You shouldn't take everything someone says and just blindly do it unless, you know, you're brand new. What you really should do is, like I said, follow the Eric Worre's, follow Les Brown. Here's another guy, you know. This guy comes out with quotes every day. He's very motivational, has some really good videos. Just find this guy, and if he resonates with you, follow him. I'm not saying you have to follow him, but I'm giving you ideas of who you could follow out there. You know, Tony Robbins is another guy, right? It's very simple. Google is your friend. The Google. All right, so actually here, this is a good page right here. All these guys. Oh, I must have not clicked in time. All these guys. These are all good guys to follow. Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Tracy, Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vee. He's a little, you know, off the wall, but he's very, you know, he has a lot of energy, and he has some good things to say. And Zig Ziglar, Napoleon Hill. This is a classic. There's I forgot the name of his book. I think it's Think and Grow Rich. So this helps with your mindset. This, gets you out of thinking in scarcity and poor poor thoughts, and start thinking about how how positive people and rich people and people with abundance think. Actually, another good book is from Robert Kiyosaki. He has Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So he has a book that talks about his dad, who is a hard worker, but is only thinking about getting by and not growing. And then he has another person that he goes and talks to who's very business oriented. So it's another good book to read. All right, what else? Yeah, I mean, basically what you want to do is you want to be so positive. I mean, everyone's going to have a bad day, but you have the only control you have is how things affect you. And by, you can shift your thought process very quickly. And even though you might be having a bad day, you could still be positive. You could still be positive. Let's see. What else? Just seeing if I have some things written down here. So again, some of the top things you can do on a daily basis to keep positive is write down your goals. Get up every day, write down your goals in the morning, write down your goals at night, make them real. By writing them down, you're making them real. Otherwise they're just in your head and you don't have anything to quantify your progress towards your goals. So you have to write down your goals and give yourself, some intermediate steps to get you to that overall goal. One of the biggest things that people find is they write down that goal and then they're overwhelmed because they just see where they need to get, and they don't see that if they just did a little bit each day, they would get there. Just like an example someone gave was doing push-ups. If you can only do one push-up today, but then in a week you could do 2, and then in another week you do 3. You keep training yourself in that way to get you to the higher number. It's not so crazy, right? So like if you could do 1 today and your goal in the week would be to do 2, then your goal would be to do 3. It's not so overwhelming to say, hey, I can only do 1 today and I want to be able to do 100. You're going to just find yourself stuck, right? But if you chop it down into smaller pieces, it becomes less overwhelming and you can get there. Go to the gym. This is something that's really self-reflecting. I have not been able to get into the gym for whatever excuses that I've had for a while. And as of yesterday, I got back into the gym. It's important because it gets yourself moving. It gets those chemicals going in your body. And more importantly, you dedicate that time to yourself to improve. You're doing something for your body, for yourself. And along the way, in that half hour, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you can do, you can listen to some positive audiobooks, right? So just go on YouTube. If you don't have an audiobook that you bought, find something from one of these guys or whoever you're following and listen to some of their YouTube videos. It's all out there. You don't have to go out if you don't have the budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money on books or audiobooks. A lot of this stuff is on YouTube. And a lot of the leaders that I'm following say, buy books, read books. If you don't have time to read books, buy the audiobook. But there's something to be said about reading a book and visualizing it and highlighting it and underlining it. And the most important thing is, even if you read a book the first time, get through the book the first time, maybe move on to another book, but then come back to that book again, and I guarantee you're going to walk away with something new that you didn't see the first time. Because as you're reading, your brain focuses on whatever new information they find, and at some point your brain gets a little overwhelmed. So you're not going to be able to learn everything at the one time. Whereas if you learn something new and you make it part of your natural knowledge, your knowledge that you know, then next time you read, your brain's free to pick up something new. So you got to reread the book, maybe every half a year, go back and read it again. And every time you read a book, believe me, you're going to find something new that you missed the first time, or maybe you've grown to the point where something that's said in that book is going to mean something different to you, or really click with you the second time around. All right, so let's see. You can find very positive people, in any opportunity. So don't get scared that you're going to get people out of your life that are negative and not be able to find people that are positive. There's always positive people that are looking to network with other positive people. And you got to get yourself to that point where you're focusing and you're having around you positivity so that you guys don't dwell on the negative. One of the other big things that is important when you get involved online and you're building teams is, coming from a position of service and value as opposed to just making the sale, right? Of course, we're all in this to make money, right? We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't about money. And money could be a vehicle for various things, right? Money to you might be paying off a debt that's stressing you out and is over your head continuously, and you're not able to think clearly or sleep, contently. Maybe it's to free yourself from having to work 15 hours a day, 16 hours a day, and maybe be home with your kids, or be able to travel a little bit more, take some more vacations, do something that you're not able to do currently because the financial situation is limiting you, right? So once you start releasing that information, that stuff that's holding you back, it allows you to be happier, live a healthier life. Example, going back to CoinMD. A lot of stresses in life are causing the negativity in your body, and all that stuff is causing you to not be healthy. When you really understand the fact how much your brain can affect your body, just by your thought process, you'd be amazed how much happier you're going to be and how much less stress you have. Money is not going to make you happy, right? It's just going to be money, and it can make you could still be miserable. But if you find something that's, you're providing a service or value to others, and you're assisting others, and you see others succeed, and, you having an impact on their life where, maybe they're not 100% happy, but you made a difference, right? That's called purpose. And when you find your purpose and you find your passion, you working 10, 15 hours at this job that you have right now, you might hate your life. You might hate it. But when you find something that you really enjoy, you might still be working 12 hours a day, or you might even be working harder. But you know what? You're not going to think of it. You're not going to hate it. It's not going to be work. It's going to be who you are. It's going to be what you're looking to do, where you're looking to get. And the fact that you're impacting lives, you're creating a legacy, you're helping others to get where they want to get. And by helping them, you're getting where you want to get. You're having more time freedom. All these things come into play about the positivity. And just think about it. Who wants to be around a negative person, right? I mean, your day could be going great, and then all of a sudden you meet that person that's just so negative, and it just drains you. It just drains you to the point where, like, ugh, I don't even want to talk to this person. And it's just amazing how, like, think about that. Next time it happens, remember what I said. You just like feel like, ugh, they like shut you down. They're like, oh my God, it's so draining. So anyway, just put yourself in a position of providing a service and a value to others, and the success is going to come with it. It is. You do have to learn some skill sets. You do have to learn how to market online, all that kind of stuff. And more importantly, you shouldn't just focus on one thing. You can't be afraid to try new things in terms of your marketing. Don't just focus on social media, text messaging, making phone calls. You have to, I mean, this business is still a person-to-person business. It's relationship building, network building, trust. People buy from those they like, trust, and they like and trust. If you build a relationship with somebody online, either through virtual means or by talking to them, they're going to follow you. And when it comes time to get started in an opportunity, you're not going to have to worry about all these objections and things that you get when you talk to somebody cold and you just send them your link. I mean, people, unfortunately, focus on negativity, right? Very, very skeptical. It's just how society does to people. I mean, they don't give themselves the freedom to think positive. They always want to find a reason not to do something as opposed to a reason to do something. Like, for example, people, when they get involved in an opportunity, instead of thinking about the opportunity that's presenting itself to them in terms of where they can grow and how much they can make, they focus on how much it costs. And if they're focusing on the cost, that means you haven't conveyed to them the vision, what the product and service solves, the use case, so to speak, on why this opportunity will find itself applicable to a lot of people's problems. Maybe they don't trust the owners, whatever it may be. There's something that you didn't do as a salesperson to not convey to them what this opportunity either provides, what service it provides, what product it provides, and the integrity of the owner, the integrity of yourself. For some reason, they either doubt you, they don't trust you, whatever it may be. I forgot what Grant said. So people don't buy, I think Grant was saying something to the effect that people don't buy for a very basic reasons. Either they're not the decision maker, they don't trust or understand or believe in the product and service, or they feel like if they're buying it for their corporation or whatever, that others are not going to use it. So there's some doubt. There's doubt in the company, there's doubt in the products and service, or there's doubt in you and the owners, right? So it's up to you as that person that's connecting with people to, really show who you are. Be honest with yourself and them. Be who you are. Don't try to fake it. Don't try to be someone you're not. People like real people. People like humans, right? Everyone's human. As much as you want to think that you're some superstar that's, so great, when you start trying to provide, to show people that you're better than everybody else, it's going to shut them down. They're going to feel, just because of the way society is, they're going to feel like they can't do it. And that's not the case. And like I said in one of my other videos, a lot of times when you have friends and family and you get started in an opportunity, you see the potential in these other people, but they don't see it for themselves. And until they see it for themselves, they're not going to succeed. So the important thing for you, if you're watching this and you're having doubt of yourself, is not to doubt yourself. The only way you're going to fail is if you give up. The only way you're going to fail is if you don't try, right? And it's just the mindset. You gotta get out of your head. Get out of your head and realize that If other people are succeeding and other people are making the money, the program isn't a scam, right? I mean, people start these opportunities and they want to change in their life. Again, another guy, Randy Wilson, I believe his name is. Let me see. He had a video the other day. Yeah, Randy Wilson. He had a video the other day which was pretty cool. He was driving. He just got done. He just got done running, and he was talking about how people decide to join these opportunities and they want change. They want to change their life, but when things change and things change in the opportunity and you know, again, unfortunately, we're not the owners of these opportunities. We're members just like you. We may know some of the owners. For example, CoinMD, I know the owner very well. But for the most part, we're just users and members like you. But we've decided to build a team of people to assist them in succeeding in these opportunities. And we get a lot, you know, I haven't really had this problem, but I see it a lot on Facebook where, you know, a system changes or something changes in the system, or maybe even the system, you know, fails for a bad business case, or whatever structure they had didn't play out the way they thought it would, and it fails, and next thing you know, everyone's calling it a scam. Now, there are scams out there, and you do have to be careful with that, but, you know, if you're calling it a scam because you got started for a certain price or whatever the startup fee was, and for whatever reason you thought you were going to make millions of dollars overnight, you know, you're brand new, you never did this before, you know, you don't have a brand, you don't have a following, and all of a sudden you think you're just going to make thousands of dollars overnight referring people and bringing people on as a team. It's just unrealistic. You know, you're calling it a scam because you haven't gotten far enough in your journey to lead a team, and because you're not there yet and you haven't put the time in to learn what you need to learn to get there, all of a sudden now you're calling it a scam. And that's not, you know, half the time people call things scams. They're not scams. It's just they're looking outward and they're blaming other people, as opposed to figuring out why someone else is making $100,000 in a month or a day, and I'm not making a dollar. If someone else can do it, there's no reason why you can't do it. If someone else is making the money and in the opportunity and you're not, it's not the opportunity's problem. It's something that you're not doing, something you haven't learned. Maybe you haven't committed to it. Maybe you haven't put enough time in to learn the skill set that you need. It's all about you. Look inward. Don't blame others for what you're not doing. In the end, as an entrepreneur, you got to take responsibility for your actions. You got to take responsibility for what you're not doing. It's all about you. Yes, you want to position yourself in a positive team, a leadership team where they're going to provide you the tools. But in the end, your business is going to be dictated on the commitment you put, the time you put in, how much you treat it as a business and not a hobby, all these things. So don't get out of the victim mentality, get out of blaming others for what's not happening to you. Just realize, you know, take ownership of it, grab it by the horns, do what you need to do. Like another guy in IML markets, another leader that I'm following, says persist without I can't even think of the term, but basically he's saying don't freaking give up. Do what you need to do until you get there. Chip away at it. Learn what you need to learn. You know, I apologize, I can't think of the term he says, but it's basically saying persist without questioning, or like don't let anyone ever tell you not to do it. You know, just keep pushing through. Okay. One thing I did want to mention, I usually do it in my videos, is, you know, again, these are all this portfolio and these videos and my progress. It's meant to First of all, I can't guarantee you anything, right? Just like I'm talking here, it's going to be dependent on you, how much of a skill set you have, how much you grow as a person, how committed you are, all those kind of things. So me presenting this stuff here is not guaranteeing you that you're going to earn, all right? Just realize that. But coming on board and being part of a team that's going to give you the tool sets and the guidance and the steps to take, as long as you execute those steps, you put yourself in a good position for success, to succeed, right? But in the end, just because I made 41 Bitcoins in TradeCoin Club doesn't mean that that's going to be a guarantee that you're going to start tomorrow and all of a sudden you're going to make 41 Bitcoins in TradeCoin Club. It's going to be dependent on your team building capabilities, how much you embrace it as opposed to fight it. Get out of your comfort zone, grow as a person, do what you need to do. You can't be afraid to be a salesman. We live every day of our life with word of mouth marketing, right? You go to a movie, you like the movie, you tell your friend how great the movie was. They go see the movie. You go out to dinner. You really enjoyed your dinner. The food was good. You tell someone about the restaurant. Next thing you know, they're going to that restaurant. You buy something in the store, here, Bitcoin coffee mug. I bought it. I like it. I show it to others. Other people want it. Then I let them know how they can get it. And it's all about referral marketing. It is. Don't be afraid to be the salesman. Salesmen make the most money in business, and you gotta embrace it as opposed to hating it and hiding it. Don't be afraid to do what your livelihood is. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, again, just to summarize, you got to have the confidence. You got to build the confidence in yourself to realize that you have the product and service that others need, right? You have to believe in the product. You have to believe in the service. You gotta carry yourself as a leader. You gotta carry yourself professionally. You gotta lead with integrity. You gotta build the trust in the people that are following you, your teams. You gotta have the service mentality. Don't be a commission junkie where you just want to sign somebody up and move on to the next. That's fine as long as that person you're signing up is a leader. If you sign that person up and he's a leader and he's going to be able to run on his own, okay, then you can move on to the next person. But just realize that there's a lot of new people that are being exposed to this business for the first time, and it's our duty to embrace, the new person and give them some guidance so that they don't think about network marketing as the pyramid scheme, and as the Ponzi schemes and all these things that people say. And a lot of times it's just because they were signed up, they paid their money, and then next thing you know, they tried to contact the person they signed them up with. That person doesn't want nothing to do with them, or maybe that person doesn't even know themselves. And at that point, you got to just go up higher to someone that's going to be a leader, that's going to assist you. Because in the end, a network marketing structure, anyone above them are going to, be doing well because of you. So if you can't find a leader that's willing to help and assist you, in the right direction, then you're in the wrong opportunity. And more importantly, when you're looking to join an opportunity, just don't click a link and join. Do some research. You find an opportunity, you're interested in it. Don't just go and run and click and join just random people. Go on YouTube, search for the leaders, find that right person that you should link arms with, someone that resonates with you, someone that cares, all those kind of things. So that's a newbie error that people do. They just click the link and sign up, and next thing you know, they don't even know who they're working with. So again, I'm not your supervisor. I'm not going to be your manager. I'm not going to be someone that's going to yell at you for not doing something. What I mean is working with as a peer, as a partner, right? We're both in our own business. I have my own business. You're going to start a business, and we're going to mastermind. We're going to talk about things. We're going to, I'll give you guidance. I'm a student too. So just because you're joining me doesn't mean I can't learn something from you, right? I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, and you should think about that mindset of always learning something new from everybody. Everyone has some value to add. Everyone has something that they know that someone else doesn't know, and you always can take away something new that you didn't think about, a different way that it was said, whatever it may be. But there's always something to be learned from somebody else. All right, don't think that you know it all, because you're gonna find yourself, whatever. I'm not even gonna go there. All right, so let's see what else. Getting kind of close here to 45 minutes. So again, I talk about this in other videos. If you're brand new, don't worry about this too much right now, but very quickly or as soon as you can, start branding yourself, start finding ways to be different than others. Think about this, 99% of the world is negative. All you hear about negative, people complaining about this, complaining about that. Be positive. Be different. People are attracted to people that are positive. People are attracted to people that they see getting things done. Live in the solution, not the problem. You're going to be different. That's going to be something where you're going to stand out from everybody else. Let's see. It's important for you to be so positive that people think that you're crazy. It really is. I mean, and your positivity is going to rub off. It's up to you to create some more positive people in this world. And if you're always positive and people are trying to be negative to you, either just decide that that person should not be part of your organization. They shouldn't be part of your team. They shouldn't be part of your life. Just get rid of the negativity. Honestly, it's not going to get you anywhere. All right. I guess that's about it. In the very, very basic terms, your future online marketing, whatever you're doing in life, is going to be very much dictated by your attitude and how you hold yourself, how you present yourself. If you're negative, believe me, it's going to be an uphill battle and you're not going to get anywhere. I'm telling you, all the positive people that are doing great, if you follow people online, they're positive. They're positive. They're not focusing on negativity, scare tactics, all that kind of stuff. Whatever. It might work. It might work for you to get a sign up because someone's scared of one thing, and the next thing you know, you're providing something else. This is the other thing you got to worry about. When you go on Google and you search, here, let's do an example. Is Bitcoin a scam? Is Bitcoin a scam or legitimate? These terms that are popping up are called long tail keywords. So as you're searching here and you type in this word, you can see what the top search criteria has been on most people. So look at this. The first one is a bubble. Next thing you know, Ponzi scheme. So you can see right here people are being negative, right? And this is actually, I'll talk about this in another video, but this is a good way, if you're looking to target people to find your content. I don't suggest focusing on the negative, but if you want to write a blog or you want to do something, you do a YouTube video and you put some words in your description, you might want to try and bring in some of these terms, right? Some of these things will attract the SEO, which is search engine optimization. It'll search for these keyword terms in your content and give you better results in your search terms here in the search engine. So, but this goes, for example, first one, going to crash. So someone typed that in here. Someone typed in this. That's the only way that it would be in this keyword term, right? You search for it, and next thing you know, Bitcoin is going to crash and burn thanks to speculators. So again, here's a prime example how people are negative instead of being positive. This is a perfect example. All right, guys. Well, that was it. I mean, really, the intent of this video was to talk about your attitude and how if you switch your attitude from being negative to positive, it's going to get you a lot further. Think about all the negative things that you focused on. Where did it get you? What did you get out of it? Did you actually get something positive out of it? I highly doubt it. If you did, that's great. But chances are you sat there and you talked about the negative, or you focused on the negative and you did nothing to create a positive out of it, right? Life is a learning experience. You learn from things that go wrong, things that didn't go your way. And the important thing is you learn, right? If you're going to repeat it over and over and you're not learning anything from it, they call that insanity. But, when you have a misstep and you learn from it and you switch and you change gears and you avoid that next time, or maybe you're avoiding it because you're following some leaders that are talking about these things, and you can just increase your learning curve by being able to avoid it because they talked about it. That's also a good thing. So write down your goals daily. Try to get into the gym. Follow some positive people online. Get yourself 3 to 4 leaders, like the Eric Worres, the Tony Robbins. Engulf yourself with that content. When you're working out, listen to some of their podcasts, read a new book, buy a new book. What do they say? They say your network is going to determine your net worth. So think about that. You're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. If you don't have 5 people that you could physically hang around with, find 5 leaders online that you can just take away all the knowledge that you can from them, and build your own thought process of what out of the 5, you take something from one, take something from somebody else, take something else from somebody else, and create your identity online. Create who you are, find out who you are. More importantly, come from a position of value and service. I'm not telling you to be a Red Cross and give handouts, but give more to others than you expect back, and you'll do well. All right. So get yourself ready for 2018. Come check out my portfolio if you're interested in a new opportunity, or if you have opportunities you want to branch out to a new one. These are all good ones. So I look forward to having you on Facebook. If you want to send me a friend request, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd like to build up my presence there, and you guys can help me do that. Share my videos if you think it was valuable and someone else might take some value in it and take away something good. What else? That's it. So make sure you check under the video for links. I'll put a bunch of links here where you can find me, and I'll put the link for this page so you can get there directly. You can also create a page like this for yourself. I didn't mention this earlier on, but you could join here. You could try it out for a week. It's like $10 a month. It's not very expensive, and it's a nice way for you to put everything together in one place that you have. All right. And just a reminder that there's still an ongoing opportunity here for you to get started in Future Ad Pro. Risk-free. So you come in, you buy a $50 ad pack. I give you the $50 back, and you could start earning in the Future Ad Pro opportunity if you're on my team. And just remember, every time you buy a $50 ad pack, you make $10. $50, you make $10. $50, you make $10. $50. Just repeat that over and over and over. Keep it very simple. Don't get complicated. Like I said, they pay you out 120% of what you purchase. So you spend $50, you get $60 back. $60 is 120% of 50. So just repeat that over and over again. Build your account. You'll create yourself a residual income. And like I said, I have that promotion going until the 1st of January, midnight. You can see, if you look at my channel, a video that I made regarding this opportunity. So take a look at that. And like I said, just come here and take your time, open up these videos, watch them, figure out which ones are good for you, which one is good for you, and get started. Like I said, though, Trade Coin Club and CoinMD. CoinMD is awesome. It's going to position yourself to have a lot of CoinMD currency. We're going public in March on the exchange, and we're going to have other products that are going to come out that are going to be part of the whole big picture of creating the wealth for yourself so you can live a healthier lifestyle and have the money to pay for your medical situations if they arise, or reward you for living a healthy lifestyle. So by you just living a healthy lifestyle, every time you spend money in the network or on the site, you get more coin rewards, which turn into CoinMD coins. So we're rewarding you for living a healthy lifestyle, or at least trying to go down that path of changing your life in a better way, and you get rewarded with CoinMD cryptocurrency for doing that. All right. So take care. Happy New Year. I will do my best to make another video tomorrow. Maybe it won't be so long, but this is more of a mindset. Like I said, it's a new year coming. You guys are looking for changing your life. If you're going to change your life, you got to change your attitude. That's the most important thing that you need to do first. Change your mindset in terms of being an entrepreneur as opposed to an employee. Those are the top two things to focus on for getting started in 2018. I wish you guys all the best. I look forward to having you on my team. Until my next video, take care and be safe out there.